Nathaniel Bandy. Striving for originality.
Let's be honest here. The Wii U is struggling. Now sure, Mario Kart 8 has recently come out, and Smash Bros. Will soon be coming out too. But that's two games! That's really two selling point games that we have on the system. Now obviously we have, The Legend of Zelda coming up, a series of Mario titles, and Bayonetta 2, and just all this stuff. Nintendo is struggling because they don't have third-party support. But there are a few things, well, not just a few things, several things that I'd like to talk about today that I think could really help Nintendo out here. Now, first off, this is something that should have happened from the very beginning of when the console was released. The Wii Shop channel on the Wii already had about, like 400 to 500 games, several of those being really, really awesome, arcade stuff, NES, SNES, N64, Genesis. I can't even, there was Commodore 64 games on this Wii Shop channel. That's just freaking awesome, and there was a ton of WiiWare games on the channel too. Now of course, we could convert them from the Wii to the Wii U console. Now granted, that was a complicated process, but it could be done. But my question is, why can't the Nintendo eShop channel, the eShop for the Wii U, why doesn't that already have every single Virtual Console and WiiWare game from the Wii available? Why aren't those titles available? Is it because the Miiverse functionality? Is there a problem with converting all those games to be Miiverse compatible? Okay, maybe that's the problem. But regardless, this is something that should have been fixed from the day of release. I mean, don't you think it's kind of silly that Nintendo's been releasing like 1 or 2 classic games that were already on the Wii Virtual Console years ago? Come on, Nintendo, please. Just release everything you released before and get started on releasing new retro titles to your library. When it comes to Nintendo and microphones and headsets, they aren't really in the zone with that. They aren't with Sony and Microsoft's pace. Now, of course, you can talk to people in some Nintendo games. Call of Duty, you can use a headset and a microphone, and Mario Kart 8, you can do that if you're playing with friends only. But why can't I just be able to play a game and talk to a friend while they're playing a game? Why do we have to be playing the same game? Why can't I be talking to a friend while I'm playing Mario Kart 8 and while he's playing Super Mario 3D World? PS4 and the Xbox One can do that. Hell, the Xbox 360 could do that. Why can't the Wii U do that? This is something that I could see being implemented into the Wii U system pretty easily. Now obviously I'm no developer for the Wii U, but it doesn't sound like something that would be that hard to implement into the system. Another thing that really bugs me is that if I just want to play my Wii U in the pitch dark, grab a Red Bull, grab some popcorn, and just play a really awesome game in the dark, well, it's virtually impossible to do that. You want to know why? Because this freaking screen is always on, no matter what. Why can't I just turn it off whenever I want to? Like say for example, New Super Mario Bros. U. Granted, it's really cool that you can play on the Gamepad, and it's cool that you can turn off the TV and play your game on the Gamepad. That's really awesome. But why can't I do vice versa? I mean, really, not only would that just make experiences in the dark better, but at the same time, it would help with battery life. I mean, this thing always, the screen always has to be on, when a lot of time, that's really not necessary. Now, there are 2 Wii channels in particular that I remember. The Everybody Votes channel and the Check Me Out channel. Those were 2 channels that I really, really loved, and I would love to see those implemented into the Wii U system. Now, let's talk about compatibility with the 3DS and the Wii U. Why can't we connect our 3DS to the Wii U and have the ability to throw the top screen of our 3DS onto the TV and then be able to use the 3DS as a controller? Now, wouldn't that just be one of the coolest things ever to be able to play half of your 3DS game on a big old screen and just be able to play with the controller? I mean, you'll be able to do that kind of with Smash Bros. You can use the 3DS as an actual controller. So why isn't this kind of, compatible with any 3DS or DS title? It really should be. I also think that the Wii U should have the ability to be able to run 2 applications at once, or hell, maybe even 3 applications at once. So let's say, again, I'm playing New Super Mario Bros. U or Mario Kart 8 on the big old TV. Why can't I just pull up, instead of, having information of the game on the bottom screen, why can't I pull up Miiverse? Or why can't I pull up the internet? Or why can't I pull up Facebook or something like that? Wouldn't that be really cool to be able to be on Facebook on your gamepad screen and talk to your friend and be like, hey, let's play Mario Kart 8. And you don't even have to switch between apps. You don't even have to go to your phone to do that. It would be really awesome if you could communicate that way. I think that running two applications would make the most sense. If we could have our friends list application on the bottom of the gamepad screen and the game itself on the TV. So, if I'm playing, like, again, Mario Kart 8, if I'm playing that, I can just look through my friends list instead of having to switch between apps and just figure out who's online or who's offline. Now, of course, you can do that through Mario Kart 8's online system, but the point is, not all games are like Mario Kart 8. There's some online games where you have to switch between the friends list and the game itself to figure out who's online and who's offline. We should be able to do both at the same time. So, there are my ideas to help the Wii U be successful without third parties helping them out. Now, regardless, third parties should be helping them out, but I think just a couple of the ideas that I've shared today would really help out their console. So, what ideas do you have for improving the Wii U's sales numbers, or just improving the system overall? What things do you want to see being implemented into the Wii U system? Leave a comment and share. I'll respond to as many of you as I possibly can. Thank you guys for watching so much, and I so much appreciating of it. That didn't make sense. Sorry. Have a great freaking day.
That sucked. Like, that was horrible. I can't believe you sat through that entire thing. This right now is the most interesting thing that happened. You know what? Just click the goddamn boxes.
Fuck her right in the pussy!